kick it. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, man. You gotta treat Mother Nature like your friend. Oh yeah, Mother Nature. Oh yeah, Mother Nature. Oh yeah. Green horizons. Green horizons. Pirate radio. Pirate radio. Hell yeah. Pirate radio. The illegal songs played. Yeah, man. Hey, man. I'm getting tired playing these songs on pirate radio. Holy shit, man. You people are asking the most boring questions in the world. What do you want to know about this song? Holy shit, man. I'm getting sleep apnea over you people. I'm getting sleep apnea over you people, man. I'm trying to put on a nice presentation. You're asking me these dumbass questions. And I'd like to apologize up front that there are songs that I just will never play. You know what I'm saying? You have accused me of being a homophobe and not playing pop, Wham, George Michaels. But it isn't because of the race of a person or their sexual orientation. It's because I'm bored like a motherfucker. And I want to hear some rock. And I was just listening to the Lovin' Spoonful as a small Canadian man. You know, I don't even think I had hair on my pecker yet. I saw Anne Murray. And I said, that is one good-looking lesbian. And then I found out later on she wasn't a lesbian. She just had a big lesbian following. And I thought, I'm going to go back to the Lovin' Spoonful because I don't want to get typecast in my upcoming show. Oh, buddy, get in your own way. Get in your own way. Get in your own way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's just my opinion. I'm going to get a cherry Mr. Misty today. It's hot. The night is young. The night is young. Hell yeah, it is, man. They're watering the flowers. That's the some kind of club. They're a dedicated bunch. They get up every morning wondering if they're going to die tonight or the flower is. Just find them face down some peat moss. Spread your tiny wings and fly away. Yep, that's the way it's going to be. I'm a rhinestone cowboy. Do-do. I'm a rhinestone. I don't even know what they call these things anymore. I don't think they call them misties anymore. Prime candidate to get rear-ended. Thank you. Rhinestone cowboy, doo-doo. I got this big old 5-foot bed tailing behind me. This damn chat, man, that's sorry, it was a pain in the ass, I would agree with you. Fucking thing's always quitting. 5G phone to 4G area, that's the problem, I think. That is the basis of my entire investigative prowess. I've come up with that conclusion. 4G phones, 4G service and 5G phones. It doesn't switch back and forth, it's good, no way. Because I'm a rhinestone cowboy. Poor old Blank Campbell. He didn't know a guitar from a goddamn kitchen spatula towards the end. Hard to believe, isn't it? One more good-looking blonde to fleece him. Old Glenn, if he'd have just been a regular Joe, he'd have been in a diaper at your local assisted living care facility. But nah, he had a few million in the bank, good looking blonde, just fanning him like Elvis's helpers. She's thinking, my payday ought to be any day. All those songs he sang, I don't have to do anything but shop. Because I'm a rhinestone cowboy, heiress, widow, widower, black widow. Wichita lineman, oh Glenn. If you watch on YouTube, there's a couple videos on there where Glenn starts bitching at the orchestra. He knew by then it's time for old Glenn to have a farewell tour ASAP. We need to cut this shit short. When Glenn was in Toledo, he was saying good morning, Kansas City. When he was in Kansas City, he said hello, Detroit. Just, you couldn't even fudge it anymore. We finally got to the point where they just said, don't say anything. Just say hello. You're giving yourself away with the location. He said, I'm a rhinestone cowboy. It's like, yeah, that's true. But you gotta pipe it down, bud. I'm getting a little hungry or so. This Sunday. Get a little snack. I'm a rhinestone cowboy. Doo-doo. It's 92 here. It's only 83 in Georgia. What the fuck ever happened to the winters, cool summers in Michigan? Absolutely nuts. This is crazy. 92. These things are part full of shit though. It's wherever the sun, if it's metal like it is a truck like this, it's not really 92. It is because it's hitting a piece of metal, but that's not how you measure temperature. Because I'm a rhinestone cowboy. Can I get a hot dog with just relish and onions only? Yeah, and a large cherry misty. Thank you.
Okay, that'll be 624.
Thank you. Walking these streets alone, making this big turn in my F-150. I'm making a big turn in my F-150. Rhinestone cowboy, doo doo, doo 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 doo. I'm a rhinestone cowboy. doing?
624.
Thank you.
There's 7, 10, and 12. Thank you so much. There's a large cherry slush for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Large cherry slush.
And your hot dog.
Thanks a lot.
Have a great night.
You too.
Thank you.
I'm a rhinestone cowboy. I got a blind spot. Trailers for sale or rent. Room for 50 cents. You know the water temperature went up 20 degrees in 2 days with these hot days? That doesn't even seem believable, does it? It's like, holy shit, you gotta be kidding me. Those people that bought that Dairy Queen right after they bought it, COVID. Future Home and Pharmacy. doing? You be kicking it? I just blocked about 20 people today. Hey, Tribbles. I just kicking it. Hey, Rita. I just be tripping down the road. No. I worked over an hour today. Productive days are boring. I'd rather have a day. That's the kind of day I look forward to. Just having fun. Letting shit pile up. Good feeling. I call J-Bo and I say, hey babe, are you getting anything done today? And she says, no. I said, that's my girl. Yeah, I get rid of them. I think a lot of them, that Canadian pig, Ollie. That old bag just has nothing to do but go around trying to cause trouble. A real life living Miss Piggy. Something wrong with him. Going the right way. Sun's behind me. Sun down, going to Lightfoot. Yeah, just take it easy, relax. Read some erotica and masturbate while you're drinking a beer. Yeah, my day's good, man. Fuck yeah, it's good. I'm going to kayaks more. Hey, Caroline. My day's good, except I don't like this hot weather. We got 2 young vultures down in Georgia about ready to take flight in the next 2 weeks. They come out there and they look around like Mom and Dad. They're seeing what the world has to offer. Gonna take that one big flight into the air. It's gonna be a beautiful birthday of the lure of flight for a young vulture. I wish I could see them take their first flight. Just I'm curious what it looks like. There's some town in Indiana, they say the black vultures are destroying cars and stuff. Something not adding up there. I just want to be a free spirit. Yeah, they're big. Yeah, they're huge. They're ready to take flight with the rest of their family. American farmers. America's crops. It went good. A lot of these people, the problem now is like some of these people, and I think this is one, I don't think they have any money and I don't think they can get a loan. What I think, this is what I think is going to happen. I'm just going to slowly pluck away at boxing things. Take all this shit down to Georgia. Have a painter come in, do a little touch up. Clean the place. Put it up through a real estate. Yeah, they'll feed them for quite a while. They'll feed those babies, follow them around, help them eat. Oh yeah, yep. Long time. That's a shit ton of work goes into laying those eggs, feeding those babies, keeping an eye on them after they hatch. It's crazy how nothing seems to mess with those vultures. They say that they scout out areas to see if there's any animals going in and out before they even lay eggs. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And then I'll end up, that's my guess, probably. I'm not setting any records. It's like 18 months or something like that. It's a long time. All the birds are pretty much. I hope I'll get some more video of the piping plovers. Piping plover. Yeah, I got Jersey Mike, sure did. Yeah, we did. Yeah, I saw a couple people in there we knew. I think it's good. Yeah, I think it's good. Yeah, I like it better than I thought I would. The one thing that I think is kind of hokey though is like slicing it fresh. This is processed cheese and meat, shrunk wrap in plastic. What the fuck difference does it make if you slice it then or at 4 in the morning, 6 hours before you get there? It doesn't make it any fresher. I mean, what is with this place? I can't believe people buy into this bullshit. Yeah, it's nothing there is fresh. Except maybe the tomatoes and lettuce, and even that I'd have to see. Yeah, that's what they say, kind of pricey, but it's so much better than like Subway. It's worth it. Yeah, I get it Mike's way anyway. I did it. I think of Frank Sinatra. Instead of my way, I say Mike's way. Don't chill, you know what I'm saying? My way, your way. I think it's slow too. I don't know what takes so long there. I think it's slow. Yeah, I never had a firehouse. Every one of them went out of business. And I know that happened to Subway people too. And just for the hell of it, I looked up the other day, McDonald's franchisees, they've been leaving by the droves. It's not the printing press of money it used to be. Yeah, those cookouts are all over. And I've only been in two, and they were both filthy dirty. One in Aiken, South Carolina, and that one down there on Washington Road in Augusta. They got the neighborhood parolee, the meth head waiting on you. I mean, who'd ever guess you couldn't find people to work? Actually, I think it makes perfect sense. You know, in the old days, you had money and you could, get ahead. You might not have the greatest job, but now it's like the working poor. I mean, shit, I wouldn't want to work either if I could sit home. If I could make 30% left and do nothing, that'd be me. You go out and go, like that Jersey Mike's, man. You couldn't pay me $50 an hour to do that. They work their fucking ass off all day long. Yeah, Burger King. You know, Burger King's is set up different than McDonald's. It's got good and bad points, but it never had the good marketing. Those owners own the building and they own the land, which put them in better bargaining power. It depends, but I'm surprised they lasted this long. I mean, I can remember like in the early 80s, McDonald's was, people were trying to get jobs there because it looked so good on a young person's resume. And now, you got food costs going up insanely. You got labor's high, even for like these teenagers. And there's just, the piece of the pie is getting so small. I mean, back in the day, it was like you'd raise your prices and fuck everybody that didn't like it. Well, now it's like you should be raising prices, but you don't, because you're already getting a drop off in business because people are bitching about how much their bills are. Fast food isn't cheap anymore. That guy's tractor broke down there, and it looked like he had it fixed, but it's in the same spot. Yeah, it's tough business out there, I'll tell you that. Yeah, I think so too. The only thing that makes me think we're not is they've been saying that for the last 3 years and it hasn't happened. I think it's going to be a different kind of crash. What's going to happen is, a crash is when a lot of people got set up and then the rug got pulled out underneath them. Where now there's not much of a rug to begin with. Housing prices are through the roof. Fuel's crazy. Insurance is a lot. Fucking new car is ridiculous. So what you're seeing is it looks better than it's going to be 20 years from now. And like the baby boomers like me kick off, these were the tail end of the good old days. There's nobody to take our place. There's no real good careers unless you're like IT or medical profession or something like that. And even I'd love to see the piece of pie with private insurance pays, because good insurance now is considered a 20% copay and a $5,000 deductible. I don't care where you work. And then you count raising kids and stuff. And like I said, since I've been back, these aren't the good old days. Now, I got two thoughts on this. One is it's unfortunate. But two, it's capitalism doing its thing. The United States isn't the big badass making everything for the world like it used to be. And once you get these people my age that kick off, that are getting retirements and made money during their time, when they're gone, there's nobody replacing them. There are, but at a much slower percentage. It's many less people. I mean, the middle class is like going tits up. And they've taken all the middle class, the true middle class, and they've nailed them with upper middle class expenses, why their income didn't go up. Yeah. So but the other thought I have is that, maybe we were spoiled. Nothing lasts forever. Commercial real estate's in this shitter too. You can do that with Google. You can go on and look in LA, Detroit, New York. Look at all the commercial vacancies. Fucking Chicago is really hung out to dry. Look up the Water Tower. That was the first vertical mall. Just a shithole now. Yeah, there was a 10-year wait to get in there at one time. So I think, we're heading, all that Mexico's been living like this since my whole life. So maybe we're getting a dose of reality. American labor ran its course. You're never going to see labor like that again in the United States. No way. And if you look at inflation's the one that gets you. That's how you get all these phony numbers on, 2-bedroom, 2-bath ranches for $480,000 in a place where there's no jobs. Now you can say it's terrible and you shouldn't talk like that, but if you take the drug addicted working girl, now I'm not saying you should agree with this, but you can understand the logic behind them just giving up and taking a day at a time. None of this shit bothers them because they know it's going to be tits up any day and they're fine with it. Now, would they go off and jump off the south rim of the Grand Canyon? No. But would they? It was funny, the working girls down there, I mean, they're doing all sorts of crazy sexual shit and they're worried about catching COVID. It's mind-blowing, man. It's just interesting to me, really, though, what makes people think, A little hard to get blowjobs with a mask on. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, man. I tell people, don't ask my advice. Like, shit, you don't want it. I'll paddle my canoe around, kayak, canoe, whatever I have at the time. Fuck around, I got about another 10 or 15 years. It's gonna be tits up. If I end up getting on a ventilator, Rita, I want you to come to my defense. I'll give you the passcode to my ATM, and I want you to specifically request all big-breasted nurses' aides at my side. And when it looks like I got an hour or less to live, I want you to offer them each 10 grand cash to show me their tits. And just take it out of my account. Take 10 grand for yourself, too. Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, if you didn't make it, you'd be doing what everybody else is doing our age, working some fucking shit job. I'm going to put that in my last will and testament. That'll be my one last final swoop of a controlling male ego. That even down to 77 pounds and only 1 hour to live, I'm still going to be able to get two big-breasted nurses' aides to show me their tits because I jacked up the dollar amount until they said yes. You keep jacking up the dollar amount. How about $1,000? Oh no, I'd lose my job. I never do that. $2,000. Nope. $3,000. $4,000. Maybe. $5,000 I could afford to quit. It's like, this is my final offer. This is that stupid show that Regis Philbin used to be on. It's like, I'll give you 10 grand. Rita is here. For you to show me your 10 grand, serious? It's like, yeah. Rita, show her the 10 grand. It's like, I never liked working here anyway. And it was right around the $5,000 mark that it just proved the old saying. It's just a dollar amount. What's your level? What's your level? How have you priced yourself? They'll start justifying it. Well, he's not touching them. He's just looking at them. I mean, is that big of a deal? Yeah, 10 grand looking you in the eye. You hadn't got a fucking penny for anybody seeing them up until you met Tom. What are you bitching about? And then when I'm dead and gone, you can all say that I manipulated them. Just one more final act of manipulation. Indecent proposal, geriatric style. I know I can count on Rita for that. It's going to be a grand event. Something you're going to look forward to. Yeah, it's true. It is absolutely true. And the people that say they don't are lying. Yeah, it's so true. Oh yeah. Better than giving it away. It's better than giving it away. And the real smart women, you never know that's what the deal was. And decent proposal. You can tell it's an old movie because now if somebody did some shit like that, a month later they'd find Robert Redford all chopped up in little pieces in a garbage can welded shut in New York Harbor. I like one of these big old 8-tired tractors. No, I didn't see that. No, what's that about? Like the great gifts and stuff? The miracles? The miracle for me is that my matzo ball soup was piping hot when I went to Greensboro. I burnt my upper lip on it. Yeah. Those Christian stories are very short-lived. Yeah, that's right, man. We're gonna have some gefilte fish. One of those dried out little crackers that Jews like. Oh, some whitefish dip. Smoked whitefish dip. Brisket. Kosher corned beef. You gotta go down to, what's the name of that fucking place? Old Angry Jew owns it. It's in Hilton Head. Groovies. You'd say, hey, how long is it going to take? They'll say, if you don't have like a half hour, get the fuck out of here. I make sure when he does shit like that I wish him a Merry Christmas. I see that Jew's head swivel around like the Exorcist. He said, what'd you say? I said, Merry Christmas. Yeah, old Jew his head swung around like Linda Blair. I'd like to go out and get drunk with a guy some night. Yeah, that's what they are, potato latkes. Yeah, that's it. I couldn't think of it. They got a dried up cookie too that they eat. Some dried up like biscuit cookie. Those Jews know how to make good food though, man. Those Jewish delis. They're a dying breed too. Part of the reason is fucking sandwich is $28 now. It's how you market it. If you really have good food like Franklin Barbecue, a really good deli, people will pay it, even the Jews. There's a couple of them down in Cleveland. Jews will pay for quality. Oh, I never saw that. Ringo Starr, talk about one lucky son of a bitch, man, being in the right place at the right time. He'd have had a life of fast food if it wasn't for the Beatles. What a fucking goober. Remember that stupid song you wrote about an octopus? What a fucking dweeb. I bet they just cringed when he went on tour. It's like, how did this nerdy... Here's the $1 Million View. How did this fucking goober ever get on in our band? Look at that $1 Million View. Ringo Starr, what a douche. Tallis. Let's see, let me check the water condition. Oh, it's just right. It's just right. I wet my finger and I put it in the air. And I say, what's up, man? Know what I'm saying? Which way's the wind coming from? $1 million view. This is where average folk can have a place on the water. I see this little bar open, Social Oak. Just go in there. They got a nice little thing in the back. It'd be a great place to have a drink. Just like the old days. Fraternal Order of Eagles. Oh yeah. $1 million view. I'm getting a little sleepy. I think it's my cherry slush. I need that energy, man. This travel trailer, I just can't get into this camping. Just a bunch of shit strapped to the roof. Tornado comes through, it'll kill every fucking one of them. Might as well just put crepe paper up as your walls. I'll play $1 Million Baby by Alice Cooper. Well, Alice Cooper, man, either he was lying about his drug and alcohol abuse, or he's just got freak genes. He was making some, he's a disc jockey now, you know, in the evenings. But he was making some like really like childish like humor. You know, some of these guys when they're on, they try to be funny the whole time. Conan O'Brien was like that, and you just can't be funny with every comment. And it just, they force it, and they just come across as being super dorks. Jack-offs. Timing is everything. Timing is everything. Don't ever forget it. Time, Boy George. Boy, old Stevie Stevens with Billy Idol, man, he's starting to look really like strange. He looks like he ought to be living like in a giant tree making cookies. You know, somebody needs to tell these older rock stars. Of course, nobody listens because you don't need a job. You got more money than you can ever spend. But these hairdos need to go with these people. I mean, you can pull that shit off for like a long time, but eventually you just start looking like a cartoon character. And Stevie Stevens looks like one of those. I don't even know what the deal is with his hair. I think Conan O'Brien sucks. I don't like any of them. Jimmy Kimmel, none of the new ones. I think that talk show thing has run its course. If anything, bring back Jerry Springer. Just white trash, throwing down, knocking out teeth live on TV. Why not? Trailers for sale or rent. Room for 50 cents. Yeah, watch them. I'm gonna watch them. Mary and I effortlessly stroked our kayaks through the channel. Yeah, we'll party again before I leave. Yeah, we get physical fitness. We just get out there and we party. That little Indian just paddled circles around me. I was embarrassed. Oh yeah, she's right. You got to give her that. Is she? What is she doing now? Doesn't she still sing once in a while somewhere? Gray Slick. Oh, those were the days. Now what do we got? Greta Van Fleet. You know, I was trying to give them the benefit of the doubt, but they fucking suck. That actually kid is a good guitar player, but the rest of it's just so fucking cheesy and stupid. I think they need to pull the plug on any more promotion with these clowns. Plus, they're all have male pattern baldness, which just doesn't cut it at that age. Either you got to be heavy metal and a big swastika stenciled on your head, or a full head of hair and like a hairband. Or you can't be in. Once you'll get a one here and there that scrapes through the cracks, like Moby, but he ain't shit. Tallis. She's like 1,000 years. Whoever put these fucking goddamn bumps in the road needs their ass kicked. Motherfuckers. You're going to look at my tag, make sure I'm legal. It's a lot cooler over here. 74. 20-degree drop almost. 20 degrees. Oh, yeah. Good.
How are you doing today?
Good.
Yep, you're all set.
Thanks a lot. Yeah. Oh, she paints. Oh, is she any good? I'll tell you who's a hell of an artist is Ron Wood for the Stones. Look up his. I'll tell you who was a great artist. Peter Falk. I mean, really top-notch shit. Yeah, Grace Slick is right. I don't know though if a voice like hers and if that would have made it long term. You know what I mean? Like some people can do it. Joni Mitchell claims that smoking didn't affect.
Know two people working a boat that they say never stop a black from stealing, just the whites. Go ask the people who work in there.
Wow, that's terrible.
Yeah,
Well, thanks for giving a shit.
yeah, that's what this world's coming to.
No, I know.
I'm raised with blacks in Detroit.
Uh huh.
They ain't no white man racist. I never known one white person that hates a black because he's black. He hates him because he's a fucking nigger. That's why they hate him. Because that's what they are, animals. I'm raised in a neighborhood with mostly black. And if man come up here and I've lived here 13 years. I'm moving out of here because it's getting just as bad almost. I see this today.
Yeah, they'd have given him a ticket if they'd have saw him, though, guaranteed.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yep.
I know they would a white person, but I don't know.
Oh, they would have. They would have got one.
Think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, have a good day.
Yeah.
Fucking nut job. Let's see. Let me survey this.